Maybe we just roll right into the episode. We'll figure out a cold open later.
Okay.
Because I don't have anything super strong just yet. But I like the idea of saying like, all right, we learned fundamentals of shortwave. We set up an aerial. We learned what it takes to be able to transmit.
So we've done line of sight, right?
Yeah, and then now, this is the most outrageous thing I've ever heard. You send an email over shortwave. We'll talk about when would you use this, how secure is it, blah blah blah, and we'll toss back to the SSTV. We talked about data and all that stuff,
Right.
and we'll say through theoretically this is all happening with beep bop boop and beep, and then maybe you guys compose a funny text message to send, and I leave the room or turn away or something,
Oh, to send it to your email?
or to the Modern Roadshow Gmail. And then we have success, and we all high five.
So you do want to leave then?
Yeah, I guess we can do the whole talkie bit, and then I just got to get the email out, right?
Yeah, or we recap what we've learned so far. We talk about what is possible, explain why you would use this and when, and talk about SSTV and data connections and all that stuff. And then it's like, all right, I want to see if it'll work. You were able to find a local station? Great, we're here. And I can either leave or just turn, and you guys can type whatever. And then they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm making small talk. Is it going to work? Ah, it worked, you son of a bitch.
Okay. You guys?
Cool.
Okay.
We're rolling. Alright. Fire's rolling and lock. Video's still there.
Can't do it.
Ham radio crash course.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
All I can remember.
Were you
is
thinking hacker?
that? All I can remember is you saying like, "I want to say hack," and
Yeah.
and I was like, "Well, now you've said it."
I when you were saying that, I was literally going,
Hamming the system.
No, there you go.
Yep.
me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back with Josh Nass at Ham Radio Crash Course.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
man, dude.
Thank
Okay,
you
so
very much.
from the sorry, I fucked it up.
All right, we're back with Josh Nass of Ham Radio Crash
Thank
Course.
you.
All right, we started
you.
off learning the fundamentals of shortwave radio, how it's different from AM and FM. We learned about the licensing requirements in order to be able to transmit, and how you can transmit as loud as you want, as once you're one of the cool kids.
Within rules, yeah.
Previously, before we even met you, we had learned about the fundamentals of transmitting data images through SSTV.
Yep.
Which is only one of there's multiple protocols, I assume.
Yeah, there's different ways to send images. SSTV is just a kind of an umbrella term for
It is-
sending images.
It is far from just voices communicating at two ends of a radio. It is.
It sounds like a modem connection, basically.
It does, yeah. It sounds like an alien life form.
Yeah, and there's multiple digital modes, but apparently we can send something via email.
We can use the radio, similar tones, to send out email.
Okay, this sounds outrageous to me because the idea, when I think of shortwave, you're like, you're in the middle of the woods or whatever.
Right.
You got a giant
Right.
battery pack and you're going to send out a transmission. And the idea that you could be a billion miles from any cell phone and yet just shout out to the universe, make sure to let so-and-so know that I'm okay. Here's a message.
Right, and I was mentioning before, they actually use this in ships when they're going transcontinental, just hobbyists, like out sailing. They use this system to send word to their family that they're okay.
Now, give us the basics as to how it actually works.
Right, so it's taking the data format of the email and it's turning it into an audio tone, basically.
Right.
That's it.
I mean, I understand that part. That's
Yeah.
just straight up modems. But like, I mean, I could go out in the middle of the ocean and shout in a radio tone. I don't understand how it ends up being an email in somebody's.
He does it all the time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
have to tell him. It's like, it's not
That's
worth
like-
it.
I'm out and I just shout, Bonnie, I'm okay.
Yeah, I just speak
How are
modem
the
tone.
kids?
Yeah.
And then all the dolphins come. It's
Yeah.
weird.
So basically, you're trying to find a receiving station for your email, this data packet, right? That data packet will either go from that radio computer to the internet, or it will bounce along until it gets to the station that it needs to, that is the destination.
It'll just hop receivers.
You can go peer-to-peer.
Can we have you take and say that line again? Or start again with the explanation via audio so that pick up?
Yeah, so back it up, like, how does it work?
So we take the data packet. So we basically take the data packet and transmit it over the air in that modem tone. The receiving station can either then take it and connect it to the internet in like a gateway kind of sense, or we can go peer to peer. We can go from station to station until
Okay,
it gets to the
but
destination.
by its very nature, shouldn't it be a two-way communication? Does the receiver station say message received, or it
Yes.
just listens?
So it's actually a series of handshakes. So I'm going to call out to the receiving station and say, I have an email, and they'll send back, I'm ready to receive your email. And it's a series of acknowledgments and sending of precursor packets to
Okay, so
basically
at
get
this
the ball
point,
rolling.
the receiving station isn't necessarily connected to the internet. It just is part of a network of other receiver stations that it's able to do that same dance with another shortwave station.
It can be that, but most often it is to the next station who has an internet connection.
Okay.
So if you're out on a ship with no internet connection, you just need to get to the mainland to one of these stations that can receive and then transmit to the
Do
internet.
other ships participate in the network, like out at sea?
I have not seen that, but it's
That
possible
would make sense,
you can.
wouldn't it? Yeah.
That seems kind of like a no-brainer. Right?
Yeah, right?
There are digital modes that are specifically designed for that. We have MeshNet working, for example, that we can kind of like create these nodes and extend them. One of them is just like a chat program where we can boop, 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 and it'll send it across and through other stations to get back to the original.
You're just adding links in the chain, so you can kind of hot potato this message from here to here.
You're
to here
adding
to here.
you're adding links, but you're also adding time, because it's not like the internet or your phone at a high frequency. These are lower frequencies, so this data is going to be slower. It takes longer to send that data out.
Who pays for this? Is this all done out of the goodwill of the hearts of the people who run the stations?
It is, yeah. This is all manned by amateurs. That's what amateur radio really means, is non-professional. We're not paid to do this. We just do it for fun.
Okay, I want to see this in action. So here, I'm going to leave the room. You guys compose a
Okay.
message. Because
Well, first we should probably
Actually,
should we
hold on.
talk about like
Yeah.
what we need on here? Or anything like
let me dial it back. Yeah. Okay, so let's talk about what it takes to make all of this happen. You have a transmitter and receiver.
Right. I'm running a Yaesu HF891, FT891 radio with an audio interface.
Okay, and then we hung an aerial and a ground.
Right, it's
So
a-
that we're able to set up a fairly long-range reception.
Right, and that's called a half-wave end-fed antenna.
Okay, and then how do you know which station that you're looking for?
So I'm using software called WinLink Express, and WinLink Express has a list of all the public receiving stations and their frequencies, and you basically kind of just go down the list based off of how far it is away from you until you find one that can receive you.
Okay, and okay, and you know that you have a connection because you transmit, hey, how's it going? And
Yes.
you get back, hey, hi, I'm receiving you.
So much like we did with the two-way radios, we send out that call sign. So the computer's sending out the digital version of my call sign saying, hey, are you receiving? And it sends back, yes, I am. I'm
And of
ready.
course, it's worth noting that all of this is happening unencrypted and in public. So this
Yes.
is not a terribly secure way to communicate.
Right. So everybody needs to remember, ham radio there's no encryption. There's no secrets in ham radio. Everything's generally out in the open, and you could, if you were so inclined, decode this, if you will.
Sure, except for number stations. Those are very secret.
Also not in the amateur radio bands, but yeah.
Awesome. So I guess, I mean, do we just want to give it a try?
Yeah, let's go ahead and email something to Modern Roadshow, and
At
we'll send you a
gmail.com.
little message.
All right.
And you,
Here, I'll leave.
do you want to leave the room?
Yeah, I'll leave the room. You tell me when I can come back and
He's
read
using
whatever.
this as an excuse to go
dirt.
to the air conditioning.
Yeah. Why don't you send him the missile codes, right? So
Okay. These are the missile codes. Grilled cheese.
Wait, hold on. I don't want to hear anything.
Well, then don't listen.
Hold on. Here, say I'm gonna leave. I'm going in the other room.
Okay, go. Okay, these are the missile codes. Not grilled cheese anymore. We're
No.
changing that one.
to zeroize those codes.
Let's see. Hyacinth. What are, I don't even know if I spelled that right. What are some good passwords? Some good code words? What boxcar?
There you go.
Homecoming.
Contra 2.
The chair is against the wall.
Contra 2. Is that not what you said?
Is it Hunter 2?
Oh, Hunter 2. I'm going Contra 2.
Sure.
Dragon.
Your mom. Star Wars.
Janman.
Janneman. Okay, I think that's good.
Okay, so literally by adding more characters, we're increasing the amount of time of transmit.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Yeah, so this is fine. This isn't a big deal. But just keep that in mind, too. These are short, little bursty emails so that you just say,
Okay.
hey, Mom, I'm alive.
Okay, so these, you can't really write like, or shouldn't
You
write
can.
some sort of long epistle.
You
It'll
can.
just take a lot.
I would say that it's based off of your risk of how important the communication is.
Oh, hey, guys.
Yeah.
When you're done composing the message, call me back, but don't hit send so that we could get that and it's away moment.
Yep.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save this to the outbox.
Okay.
So much like you used to have to do back in the old
Oh,
school
yeah.
days of
Yeah, yeah.
not having a modem connection.
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
going to
literally like putting it in an outbox.
I'm posting it to the outbox. Now it's there. And when we're ready, I'll click that start button, which will begin the contact session for the remote station.
Okay. All right, we ready to call him back in?
Yep.
All right.
Oh. Okay. All right. So, have you sent it already?
Not yet. We
Okay.
have
All right.
not.
I'm not
I have-
looking. I'm not looking. So you have a vital message from the field.
Right. I've posted it to the outbox.
Oh, this
all
is-
a non-modem, having a modem back in the
Oh,
day.
sure, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's posted to the outbox, and now I have to start the communication with the radio to our receiving station.
I mean, from what I've seen, this looks like Eudora back in the day.
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
1995.
Let me align the rabbit ears, basically. So we have white noise just in the background. If I click this start button, so we're
You're
transmitting.
transmitting the, hey, how's it going? And then hopefully we'll hear.
Hopefully we'll get something back. That's it. That.
So,
Come
when
on.
it's, so it's handshaking right now.
It's trying to.
Would it help if we're being quiet? Like, do the computers prefer that?
No.
Are we supposed to hold our breath? 'Cause
No.
that's what I'm doing.
It was in there. I heard the beep.
Yeah.
So what's happening when it's going quiet? That's us transmitting.
The quiet is the transmission. Yes.
Got it. That's it. Trying to respond.
Oh, it said failed though, so we have to do it again.
Okay.
Okay. Let's try that again. What we're looking for too is to make sure that nobody else is using the frequency. So that
That could be somebody else transmitting their
Yeah,
message.
I just want to make sure. Normally, it'll tell you a warning that it's in use. So where are we on? Okay. RB.
So are these receivers, are they like low load where they can only take accept one transmission
Oh yeah,
at
this
a
is
time?
one at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
so
guess they're-
we could be in a queue for all we know.
No, it doesn't work that way. It's a first come, first
because
serve.
it's all talking at the same time. Like we could DDoS them by just constantly hitting on this
Oh.
and making noise.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying is that we're not lining up to transmit
Correct.
to this.
No.
Okay.
We are listening to people mid conversation.
Right.
We are waiting our opportunity to step in.
Right, and there's no cue to it. It's when it's open, you go, and
Yeah.
if you get it, you get it.
Okay.
So right now, theoretically, it's only paying attention to. Man, so we're not interrupting every time
So-
we're hitting.
No, so we had a connection earlier, but now it's not responding. So it's possibly because it's getting darker on wherever the station is
Yeah.
that they're just not able to receive us as well. So I can change it to the same call sign, but using. So there, again, I hear those beeps. That makes me think that it's.
It's trying to respond to us.
No, because it responds immediately.
Got it.
So let's.
Actually, it just sounds like Techno Bowl. The crowd and then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, somebody blowing a whistle for a foul or something.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got this digital crowd.
So this is the same one we're hitting.
Different now. Closer in, which closer in sometimes may not be good, depending on how your antenna is laid out.
Got it.
Oddly enough. So this one also doesn't look like it's replying. So this is kind of generally what this game is you have to kind of call out until you get someone that responds to you, and then you complete your contact.
Oh, that's because you don't know who you're reaching based on atmospheric conditions.
Yeah, and time of day, etc., etc. So that one was a no-go. So basically, I'm going down this list, and I have it sorted by distance from us in kilometers. That's generally good, but sometimes too close is bad. So I'm going to try... We worked this one earlier, so let's try this. No, that's pretty far away, though. See, this one's busy. So it's channel busy.
Oh, so basically the software instantly hears a conversation going on.
Right,
It's
because
like, not right
it's
now.
receiving from the radio, and so if it hears something, it will say, "Hey, whoa, hold up, you got something going on." That prevents it from spamming people. So that's. Let's give this a shot.
How many of these repeater stations are there?
Probably over 100
Wait, in the whole world?
or more. Yeah.
That doesn't seem very much at all.
Well, but then you factor in how far you can go with amateur radio.
Yeah.
So you're reaching out pretty far.
Wow.
And it depends on which band you're using. So again, we're not making this that one. So where was that one that we had earlier? Why is it not picking me up?
Did you already mention what the software is we're using?
WinLink Express.
Yeah, he brought that in.
Oh.
That's CW.
Wait.
That's Morse code.
Oh.
So somebody's just in the space.
Just happens to
fooling
be
around.
there.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
it's all we're allowed to use it for whatever we want. This isn't
it's not reserved.
for
There's no
WinLink.
telling anyone.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And it's gonna pick it up like stuff in the air. So now it's generally good for him since he was calling to give him a little bit of time before you try and then throw your email out on top of
Got
him.
it. But
Let him get his
theoretically,
contact.
he sends his message, and then in the gap, he hears you trying to send data. So this is like the old 1950s party lines
Right.
with landlines.
Right, Maud, I'm on the line.
Yeah, exactly.
hang up. Yeah, exactly. So it's just wide open in the air, right? So he could be on here for minutes, hours, I don't know. So generally, that's why you hop around a little bit until you find something that's clear and in the open.
Yeah.
And again, this is field day weekend, so there are a lot of people out there.
Oh, everybody's encouraged to be making noise with each other.
Yeah. Should be clear. We want to hear that beep. So we have this black line here.
Yeah.
That's the noise floor of the radio. That's really high. So I'm thinking I want to go outside really quick and move that lower wire.
Sure.
And then let's try it again and see if it fixes it. So I'm gonna abort that call.
Yeah,
I want
sure,
to see
sure.
that drop. In fact, you can just sit here and watch it while I
Okay,
go
sure.
through it. It's only gonna take a second.
Or I could go where the AC is.
Go ahead. Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna go hide.
So close.
Yeah.
It's almost.
Almost the easiest episode ever.
Here, I'm gonna pad my face dry. Oh, did you get? Oh, he got it. All right.
So he's on his way back.
There's some paper towels. Yeah. If you need.
So that
Is that better?
it didn't really change. Let me check the connection here. That's fine. Let me just check the coax connection and then we'll try it again.
We'll probably want to get a close-up shot of this gizmo doing its
Yeah.
sending and stopping and starting thing.
Probably lightning and thunder.
Okay, well, let's wrap this up quick.
I mean, if there's one thing better than standing under a tree during a thunderstorm, It's holding a wire attached to the top of a tree during a thunderstorm.
Or electrifyingly connect your table that everyone's sitting at to an
Yeah.
antenna that's thrown in a tree.
Somebody's gonna get radio powers. I hope it's me. I don't know what that means.
And on that day, I became Radio Man. Let's get radioactive.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna restart
Look, man,
this.
I got a whole franchise worked out. It's gonna be great.
It sounds like what was the UFOs. You remember them, the Fantastic Four villains?
No!
They were all different, like radio wave.
Oh no, that's
frequencies.
awesome
Yeah.
though.
The UFOs and their nemesis, DJ Local Lee.
Traffic and weather together.
I will hijack your essence for my morning show.
Is that gonna hook? No, I want this one.
So when we're hearing the static kind of choke up, is that the thunderstorms happening outside?
It's possible.
Yeah.
That actually might be why we have a high noise floor. So it says it's busy, but I don't see anything. So let's give it a second. Oh, we're not. Okay, it's just gonna go.
Hello, are you there?
Hello, computer.
We were at that magic moment right before when we tested this, and we're like, oh yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. And now I'm getting the same station I can't catch. So that's a bit bothersome.
I could kind of hear something.
No, it's very
Very distinct.
very distinct. You will hear it exactly in the air.
So how far are we trying to reach in your estimation?
That was 484 kilometers.
Oh wow, yeah, no, that's a bit of a trek.
It shouldn't be that bad though. That's the thing.
I get we weren't clearly listening to a conversation between Kansas and Louisiana.
Louisiana, yeah.
Right, and we're using digital, which digital propagates more efficiently and with lower power.
Oh, got it.
So it shouldn't be a big deal. So this is complaining that there's something going on here. Which this big slice right there
Yep.
on the left, that is something coming in. Which, when we go back to this channel selection screen, the reliability with the green is kind of the stations I'm looking at.
Got it.
I'm looking for the green and not so much the yellows and definitely not the reds.
Sure.
So it's clear, looks like. It almost sounds like there's a voice in there. Can you hear that?
Yeah,
weird
yeah, yeah.
off? Yeah.
Boy, it really is just a matter of catching them at the right time.
It can be, and a lot of it has to do with your antenna, your power output, where you're at. It's all a factor of that. And you can play around with this at home until you tune your station to be effective.
Right.
You get a sweet spot and know what's best for your antenna and your area.
Right, or
Oh,
certain antennas are going to be effective for a specific band.
Right.
And that's where it's efficient, and everything else you can't tune it. I'm using a multi-band antenna, meaning it supports all of the amateur radio HF bands, but that means it's not as effective as it could be if it was just one.
Right.
Okay, so let's do this a different way. Let's just sort by the green. Nope, that's the wrong way. So,
In theory, I have to imagine that there's some version of this that's just scripted and will automatically keep trying.
yeah, this is yes and no. It doesn't want you to automatically retry it. It wants a command operator in the loop.
Oh, because
There's a
otherwise
human-
it's just
otherwise
going to
you
put a bunch
just
of noise.
Yeah. Oop. Okay, so we're hearing this station.
But they're in the middle of a conversation.
They're in the middle of a conversation, but that's a really solid signal.
Yeah. So it sounds like somebody else trying to get their attention right now.
It could be a different digital mode too.
Okay,
It could be a
that's right. Because
completely
anything
different thing.
goes.
Right. But it doesn't seem like it is. I don't know it's going to take either. So. Okay, let's keep ETA in mind, and we may come back to them. So that was station K6 ETA.
Got it.
That was a 71. So this AJC is 37 kilometers from here, but that's not always great because that's really close. So
it might actually be a problem.
Right, because we may not be able to propagate to them. In fact, 37 kilometers. Let's try 40 meters. Let's do 40 meters. It might be busy.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like they're in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
How much of this is because of field day, do you think? Is this anomalous to what you
it's
usually experience?
Possible that this could be because of field day. In fact, there's a lot of activity going on right now. I'd say half of every one of these stations I'm checking is there's something going on.
How many ham licenses are there nationwide?
700,000.
That's a fair bit.
Yeah.
It's more than I thought.
Yeah. Followed up, second largest nation is Japan.
Wow.
So population density wise, Japan has less licensed amateurs than we do, but they have also less people. So density wise, they have more hams kind of per capita. Okay, so that one didn't work on.
So that one sounds like there's less noise on this channel,
Yeah.
which I would think would be promising. But we would
But
hope to hear a
we might
response.
just be too close. Yeah. I'm expecting when when you hear that static come back that we hear like a chirp
Yeah.
noise. Doesn't like that one.
Man, I'm so surprised that we're too close for it to work.
Right, so there's only two ways that you can send, well, there's a couple ways to send RF. One of them's ground wave. It's literally the RF is traveling along the ground, and so that's how it would get to that person.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's over the air via the bounce that we talked about earlier. That's too close for a bounce. They're
That's
too
right,
far
because we're
in.
going straight
Oh,
over.
Right,
I
so
see.
we might not have enough power to make it that 37 kilometers via the ground wave.
Got it.
And they're busy. Oh, that's definitely.
It looked like it was the one before the one that we ended up on.
I don't know that we tried this one before. This is.
So you can hear them having a conversation.
Oh, so we're literally receiving data. So we
Oh, wow,
are
we're able to
stepping
see their
into
stuff.
a middle of a conversation that someone is having with this station right now.
And we're able to hear the entire thing.
We're seeing data come in. You had, okay, let's wait a second and see if we're clear.
And so we're watching the waterfall waiting for that conversation to end.
You just see it, so there's still a little blips.
Still see the splotches, the discoloration in there, the
Right.
density? Okay.
There are some within the amateur radio community that actually don't like WinLink.
Oh,
they
really?
don't like people using email because they think it's too encoded. So there are some nefarious type people that will actually go into these frequency spaces
Just to
and-
mess with them.
and jam
Really?
to keep the software from actually transmitting.
Because they're trying to be radio frequency purists, basically?
Right.
Isn't that
The
kind
sanctity
thing?
of radio.
Wouldn't that get your license revoked if they knew it
If
was
they
you?
found you,
Yeah, okay.
Or yes, across the board. So okay, I think we're good. Let's see if we can try this one. Come on. Something. Right?
Is that our guy responding?
I don't know yet.
Definitely sounds
something,
like something.
in there because you can see it.
Yeah.
Now, see, it says failure. So something's out there, but it wasn't our guy.
So that's busy.
Right.
Wait. No.
Sounds like alien noises and like whale farts.
So does this mean they've stopped?
It's possible, but there is a timeout aspect to it. So you
So it
kind of
would
have
be
to.
rude to start now.
Right.
In case they're finishing up their message.
Right.
And it does look like there's a little bit more happening.
I love the thought of people use this when they're on their ships, right, traveling across the sea. And it's like, my ship's going down. I need to transmit. No, there is a conversation that's going on. Please wait your turn. So, there's just so much stuff going on today.
Yeah, it sounds like multiple different conversations because they're in different tones and different rhythms.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a shot. It's a bit far.
Come on, say hello. Who's your friend? Hey, buddy. Who wants to send an email?
See, we're saying KI6NAZ to the station, which is W7DEM.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
So that wasn't ours. That was somebody else
Just
trying to reach
something
them
else.
as well.
Oh, no, I mean, I think it's just other digital modes that are happening at the time. Yeah, like that little twerpy bit.
Yep.
Fax machines or whatever.
Yeah,
Those
sure.
rogue fax
They've become
specialists.
sentient. See, now we're starting to get 926 kilometers is not really viable, and that is KD 60AT, which
What about this
goat.
179 here?
That
close?
is a frequency I don't really want to use because it's not in tune with the antenna.
Got it.
And
Oh,
it
it's-
makes it heat up. That's what burned me earlier.
No kidding.
It's
Yeah.
one of the forbidden frequencies.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait a minute. How does it burn you?
So RF is literally heat.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
Well, if the antenna is not matched to the frequency in length
Yeah.
that I'm transmitting on, the power that I'm trying to output will come back down the coax.
Got it. So
And-
the burning is from you blasting
The radio
power
was
out.
transmitting, and I was trying to adjust the volume, and it went zip.
And that's something we kind of touched on earlier, that the length of the antenna,
Is vital to
it
this.
can be too long, it can be
Yes.
too short.
Yeah.
And
'Cause
if it
I used to
is-
think that the longer the antenna, the better, right?
Right.
But that's not the case at all.
Come on. We have to go back up to the top of the list and try.
Oh, well, yeah, let's just do that.
You guys need to pause for record time?
I think we're good for now.
Okay. Let's go back up to the top of the list. BNC we tried.
What was the one you said to check again?
It was the. There's so many. You see all this background noise. It was this one. Let's see if we can go back to this one. Oh, I think it was this, the DAJ and
No.
RDX.
DEM. That was the one.
No, we just tried
Yep.
DEM. Yeah. It seems to think there's no data in there, or it's not busy, so that's.
Man, that's a lot of noise, though.
Yeah, if we don't get on the first like 2 or 3, then it's likely we don't have it.
Well, let's just scramble through as many as we can, then.
Yeah. Don't wanna use that one.
Sounds like a conversation.
It's something. Oh, let's see here.
Is that them responding to us?
No, it's usually a higher pitched tone. Yeah, it failed out. Oh, okay, well, somebody's here.
I mean, that's a good connection, but they're just in the
Yeah.
middle of using it.
So that's an S9 connection about. That's the CW of the call sign. So that could have been it.
The CW of the call sign, that's Morse code for the call sign.
Right. When they wrap up the call, they
So
usually
this might be done.
It might be.
Oh, fingers crossed. Hey, who wants to send an email? Hey, it's Modern Rug World headquarters. Hey. Email. Do you like email? Please? Hello?
So the other thing that could be a factor of this is when we hear that station, that could be the station that's calling.
Yes, correct. We're not
Right.
actually hearing the station. We're
Right,
hearing the
and
other people
it's
calling.
a two-way conversation, so
Right.
you may only be hearing one side of it. They could have been local or had a sweet spot connection to us. So no, I didn't like that. So some of these I actually know from back home. I've worked BNC before, but I don't know that we're close. It's not busy, it doesn't look like.
And this one was like 100 and something kilometers away?
Yeah. It's that frequency it doesn't like. It's in the 80-meter band, it don't get it. Maybe I should play around with this and then when I've got it going, yell for you guys. Everybody runs back in. Is that an easier way of doing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can stop down, I guess.
That sounds like. Wait, it sounds like we're hearing two sides. No. And there's no way to know if we're hearing which side of the conversation.
Right. That's another digital mode. No, we just tried BNC. RDX. We tried RDX. This is the one we did where it didn't reply. We tried DEM. SDR. It's probably too far for SDR, but well, there's something there. That does sound like a human being. It's just it's in digital mode right now.
Oh, so that could just be a person talking and we're hearing it all garbled.
Yeah. This is getting a little far. Yeah, see, there's somebody else in there.
Now, is that in the right range to be an actual communication?
It is, but it's not email. They're using something called RIDI, which is radio teletype, and that's
Okay.
just a chat room. They're just like chatting back and forth.
Oh, so who
we
knows
have
how
no
long that's
idea.
gonna be,
Yeah. They
Maybe
could
like,
be.
LOL, what are you wearing?
Yeah. Well, they could be just doing field day, because field day is just open, so they're just doing whatever they.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. See if they clear out. Yeah, there's something all up in there though, so I don't. Yeah.
What was the one that worked before?
It was. I thought we already tried it. I thought it was this guy, DHA. I was busy, but I didn't see it. Oh, that's frustrating.
Glad we're not in the ocean,
No.
sinking.
I feel like we've tried. So then we start getting real crazy. So
It's like this one is 1,332 kilometers away.
kilometers. Yeah, I'm gonna try this our local one again. See if we can get them. Oh man.
Is it worth? This sounds quiet.
We did lose some noise, but we've got God knows what. Just
Screaming in the middle of
yeah.
it.
What is that?
And there's somebody else joining in. Maybe.
I'm gonna do something really quick. Let's. Oh, see, there is actually something going on.
Oh,
So it just changed. So that is picking something up.
but again, we have no way of knowing how long they're going to be having this conversation. huh?
Well, if it is a actual WinLink conversation, then there are time limits.
Okay.
They get you in and get you out and move you on your way.
How long does it usually take to put a message
A
out?
couple of minutes. Oh, so they are so it's changing. So that is a.
This is all a good sign. It means
This
that
is all a good sign.
this is a quiet enough station with a good enough signal, assuming we're hearing the station and not the sender.
You got it.
Yeah.
If you want, we can pause until they complete and then try.
Sure. Yeah. Do we want to stop down or does that matter?
Sure, I mean, we've only got like 10 minutes left on these cards, so.
Okay.
I apologize. I can't force the bands to work. For
Oh
our
yeah,
favor.
no. I was just hoping that it would be a slam dunk, but it looks like we had to do some fishing.
We had it earlier. It was replying to me, and it completed the contact. But then it was like, okay, I don't know when we can get back on. What if I bring back?
Still nothing. Yeah, it's been lots of sitting there staring at the laptop.
I popped up to when I was reading at one point and I was like, did they leave?
We forgot about you. We're done.
I was like, oh, backpack over there.
Yeah.
Is this a log that allows you to figure out who we were talking to?
That's what I'm trying to go back to. Yeah, see if it's an easier way to just pull that up. So that was the session. WW6RB. Okay, well, let's make a note. Break up.
6RB.
Let me make a notepad really fast for the station we're listening to, which is AJ7C. Is it AJ or A7JC? AJ7C. Okay. And what was that other guy?
6RD, I think.
What was it?
I know it ended with 6 or started with 6 at the end.
WW6RB. There it is. Whoa, that's not even. Okay.
Oh.
That was like, it's all bad. You saw it was all red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how far is this one?
Yeah. We're just trying to send an email
149.
over it to Brian.
Sounds like it's in use.
Yeah. Yeah, because he keeps trying to find a station where you can send it out to them and then they pass it on,
It's not bad.
you know, and gets it to Brian. And
Oh.
so we're just, oh, nope, that one's busy. Okay, let's listen. Oh, maybe this one. Listen to that for a minute. Okay, I'm going to try it. Wait. Nope, can't connect. And just start over. So, yeah, he can't even find a viable one to connect to so far. So
Just because there's like so many people trying to use something like this.
that's probably part of it. Yeah, he was talking about how it's field day, and so this is like the big ham radio day of the year, you know,
It's
and
not
like
them
amateur
responding to
radio
us, it's some other
operators. And so,
conversation.
That makes sense. I was
It looked like
trying
it was
to
off the
think,
side there.
what could people
No,
be
it
doing
didn't like
that? And that's,
yeah.
Okay,
like ranchers?
Yeah, that could be a lot of it. Yeah, it's just a lot of people, and we're, you know, trying different distances. Like, oh, this one's 130 miles away. This one's
that's nice and
400
quiet,
miles away. We tried one that was like
Nope.
1,300 miles
Somebody's
away,
talking.
and that was a little crazy. And so it's like you can't get too close, you can't get too far, can't be busy. Your antennas got to be in the right position, and so I get the feeling. Gotta get the hiccups. I get the feeling that usually it's not this hard.
Oh, we're stopped down now anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, we caught someone doing radio teletype, which is basically like, you know, police departments used to use, or some may still, I guess.
Oh, that was another one.
And yeah, just all sorts of different stuff. And he's sitting there listening to it and looking at just all these shapes and everything and frequencies and all that. And he's like, oh yeah, that's what's happening here. Oh, that's what's happening here. It's kind of fascinating. Also, though, I want to finish the episode. Not his fault, it's just, it is what it is.
You see this?
Yeah, what is that? That's that
could
swooping
be
siren
Somebody trying to.
trying to muck stuff up.
Yeah.
Really?
Because you can hear it's just a siren.
Yeah.
They're specifically trying to keep people from sending emails, or just
They don't like emails, the WinLink system. So it could be that, but there's too much to assume.
Yeah. Wild.
But it happens to be right in this little so these lines are the
the
data
borders.
that we're looking for. So it's happening right in that space.
Yeah.
So now, this also could be that 40 meters is opening up right now. We're on the 40 meter band right now, and 40 meters is a nighttime band. So there's a thing called, we didn't get into this, it's fairly in the weeds. There's a thing called gray line propagation.
Yeah.
As if you're looking at the globe and the line from light to dark starts to fall over you,
Yeah.
that gives you Super Saiyan RF powers.
Oh, got it.
So if you're right over the gray line, your signals go out further, but then everything coming in collects.
Wow.
And so we might get a boost because it's about the time that it's going to start.
So it's a true radio golden hour.
Okay, it's.
Oh.
We could. No, I think it's.
Wow.
There's somebody else.
I mean, that's got to be them trying to muck with it,
Jamming
right?
us up.
Unless it's just they happen to be on the same frequency space.
And what, they just want to broadcast a siren?
Or it's actual data. It's just a mode I'm not familiar with,
Right.
actually. So let's hop over that for a second. 40 meters is starting to look good though, so let's find another 40 meter.
Do we wanna-
So that's 7.
Do we want to start back up, or?
Well, let's get it going because it's going to go long enough that we'll have enough time to turn everything on.
Okay.
That's too far. Oh, got it.
Wait.
Maybe. We got it.
That's a response.
Yeah.
Okay, how
Hopefully.
far away are we connected to?
369 kilometers.
369 kilometers.
Okay.
Let's hope. So we're in receive state. Hang on. It's not done yet. So we are picking up now. See how it's center line right on there?
Yeah.
So
Is that?
that's us.
That's us.
We're pulling in.
They're talking to us saying we are ready
Hopefully.
to receive your message.
Hopefully.
And then
So-
that's us responding.
Correct. So that's the receive frame. This is the splatter of data that we're getting.
Yeah.
Seems to be.
Is this still all the handshaking period?
Yes.
Okay. And then when will we know that the data is being transmitted?
Well, it'll take a couple of minutes. though,
Hopefully
right?
soon. What's going on? So it's
Sounds
connected.
like people talking.
Come on.
Do we hit him again? Okay, this is so it's trying again.
Oh, it disconnected.
It said 0 bytes transmitted.
Yeah, so-
Why? So our message is right there. Is there? Oh, don't look at that.
Oh, wait, I'm not looking. That's somebody else using the service?
Doesn't seem to be us. No. Why didn't it go out? So that we had connection, but it's not going out. Why did it happen?
And now somebody else is sending.
It looks like something else is because it's not in the band space that we're in.
Got it. But it was definitely squarely in the middle of where we expected to hear a return signal.
So we want to. I'm wondering if it just cut out as, because it seemed like it got all the way there, but then it didn't start actually sending anything. Why not? Okay, let's try it again. Same station. See if I can narrow this down a bit.
Come on, baby. So this is the same one we got a response from before, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not there.
And that was which one?
KE7XO.
7XO.
He's also out on 30, which, let's try it.
Should we cut? I got 5 minutes left.
Oh,
Oh.
well, hold on.
Oh. Well, that looks like a response.
Yeah.
That looks like a response squarely in
Oh,
the
okay.
middle.
Oh, okay. How's your Spanish?
Welcome to the chat for adults or something for adults.
Hey.
Sala de massages and taverna. This is like an adult chat room. Is that what's going on?
This guy's funny. So, okay, we're working it right now.
Wait,
This
it's
is
working?
happening. Yes. This is
All right,
happening.
so we've connected to a Spanish-speaking adult chat room.
It's not a chat room though. He's just being funny.
Okay, all right.
So we're right now should be sending stuff.
Oh my God.
I'll let you know when it's
Do we need to send them a picture of Brian with his shirt off?
maybe that might help.
so we're saying necesito email, please.
We're transmitting right now. That's why those pauses are longer
Right.
because we're actually sending out data.
So the handshake was successful.
The handshake was successful once you get the hello and welcome to the adult.
Do you
massage chat
need to
room.
put "Tu quieres nudes, Day Brian"?
Hopefully not.
No.
So there's some comedians out there in the amateur radio space.
Oh, that's great.
Now I'm waiting for this outbox to go from 2 to 0 or 1.
I just got a buzz and I freaked out. Turns out HBO was telling me about a new show.
So where is the station roughly? How far away?
Well, you can look him up actually, KE7XO. If you just type that in, you'll get his location. So, in sending state right now. So we are sending.
Sounds like somebody was trying to interrupt.
Yeah, what was that? It sounded like a siren.
Maybe it goes beyond massages and and dirty pictures and chats.
Yeah.
Is this a progress bar of how much they've?
That's how
effectively-
much time we have left
Before
in
it just
space.
calls it?
Now down here it says we are sending, and those are the characters for sending, which get then decompiled or encoded to the email. That
So
gets
I
sent to you.
assume we say something and it says it back to make sure that it heard it right. or
There's a gotta remember the terms for this.
like a checksum or a parity
Exactly.
bit. Yeah.
There's a checksum. So this is both forward error correcting, and then it also has a checksum to make sure that what they received
Got
was
it.
correct. We are definitely sending.
And there's no way for us to know. Well, I guess it'll give us a message received at the end of it, right?
Ideally, yes, and it'll tell you how much data we transmitted. So the last time we connected, it was 0, right?
Yeah.
So now we should actually get something because we are transmitting data.
But in theory, assuming that like this finishes, we could just go again if it times out.
Like if we had more emails to send, yes.
Got it.
That's cartoon's full. Probably is.
Should we be stopping right now, or are we in card trouble?
It depends on if we're close to something.
Well, at this point, we can turn it back on when it's complete, and then you can check the email.
Well, we want to get that moment of like, oh, it's away. And then,
Yeah,
And then I'll get
it's
the push
not a big
notification.
email.
So theoretically, any second, or
More like minutes. Because it's going to keep going in this cycle, right? As it's
well, why don't we try to swap out cards now?
We just did.
Okay.
Disconnected.
okay. It says 164 bytes we transmitted. Throughput 164 bytes. 4-minute session. So
It's almost 1K.
but it didn't say it sent my email.
Turns out it actually just sent nudes.
Classic Brian.
So let's check really quick. No, I'm gonna actually pull up my.
Your logs.
Hopefully it doesn't show my password or anything. Now I need a paper towel.
Did you, John? Thanks.
Thanks.
So sleep covers 27 minutes.
Well, that was the real deal, so why didn't it go out?
Was that literally just a person whistling around the radio?
It might have been. I thought one of us did that.
That's why I looked around because I thought, wait, who did that?
Yeah, you can see it on the waterfall.
Could you?
Yeah. It's just a dude whistling.
So why didn't it go through?
Is it bad for me to just try again?
No. But I just don't want to have to repeat that over again if we know.
Would shortening the email make things easier?
No, I don't think so.
All of that information was vital that was included in the missive.
That dude's still whistling.
It might be the guy who runs this thing. And now it's not there. Well, we know we can hit him, so he has another station on 20 meters. Which is what I just switched to.
Is that better that it's quiet?
Not necessarily. So it's busy though. And this is the off.
Oh, wait. Is that a response?
I think
That's,
so.
that's right on. That's right on the right spot. And they're talking back and forth. They're saying, "Hey, how's it going? Who wants to send an email?" Ooh, it sounds an awful lot like they're having a conversation. 365 or 369 kilometers away.
It's the same station.
Yep.
We're just operating on a different AM band.
Yes.
There's our
Bienvenido
friend,
a mi, whatever it is, of adultos.
So let me try something really fast too. So don't look for a second.
Wait, hold on. Oh, do you have to
I'm not going to change anything
Okay,
other
okay.
than
I'm so excited they're talking.
I want to make sure. No, that should be it.
So we're transmitting now. So as long as they're still talking back and forth, we're happy, right?
Generally, yes. And we gotta adjust this a little bit.
And what are we adjusting there? The transmission level?
Yeah, the audio outbound of the computer into the sound input from the radio.
That's
which
like a
gets transmitted.
mixing
It's an
board,
ALC.
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
It disconnected.
It did. It said we didn't send the message. Okay, let's do this one more time because we know we got it. I think there's one way to try this. Let's do it this way. Copy. What is this? Ronald Road Show.
At Gmail.
And we're saying WinLink message. That's all that matters. Post to outbox.
Yep, that's fast
Well,
response.
we know we got
They're
'em.
definitely chatting.
We just got to figure out why it's not sending now. I don't know.
So in that case, it looks like there's some other interference where it's trying to send a response and
I love that we're getting a satisfying physical click.
oh
It
yeah,
feels-
yeah,
it feels
yeah.
like it's
the
doing
relay
something.
switching, whatever it is.
Yeah. Nope, disconnected.
We're in.
These are not the Hellier whales. Second Star Trek IV reference today.
Oh, okay. So we're doing it right. It said exactly what it should be. It's supposed to go to you guys. Yes. What is the problem? Let's close this for a second. I'm sweating now. Can't make this work. I'm sweating.
Is this someone else's conversation?
Might be. I'm gonna hit the fan for a second if we're not. If
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
be waiting for a second.
Ooh.
It'll probably be paused for a moment to,
Okay.
because we gotta wait for this guy anyway. I'm sorry I can't get this to work.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, guys.
I feel like it's the authentic radio experience.
It can be in some cases. We didn't really talk about it, but we're in the 11-year low in the sun cycle.
Be in there.
Oh, really?
The sun goes through an 11-year cycle,
Okay.
and
There seems to
we
be
are in
plenty
the
of
lowest part of the cycle
Nobody's
right now.
really
So
moving or doing
RF
anything. They're all
frequencies
just
don't
sitting there.
propagate as easily as they would in the highs of the
Really?
cycle. Yeah.
And is this a predictable cycle, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah. Literally every 11 years. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we had kind of a similar problem when Shannon came by, where sometimes you just have like a
Yeah.
variable that's out of your control, and you just.
Yeah.
What's that?
Anybody need water?
I'm okay right now.
I'm doing good, thank you, though.
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks, Annalise. I think we're okay.
I think maybe
Yeah, I mean, if you wanna bail, yeah.
Oh yeah, no, by all means.
Please.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I'll watch the Slack for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, appreciate it. Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Annalise.
See you later.
Great
Good
job.
seeing you.
Funny how the sun went looking good coming through, like in the bright blue light, and then it looked bad for a while. I guess it got like clouds or whatever, and then at sort of a sunsetty, nice golden light coming through, and now it's just kind of disappearing.
There was a moment where we lost Jason's face. So we didn't quite watch.
Oh, really?
But now that's gone.
So we did not settle on a time to shoot the fireworks thing, right? We're just gonna leave that on the shelf?
Yeah, I guess because Sunday we are not shooting.
Correct.
And
Oh, then we've got Wright and Brian's reunion, the family reunion thing. Yeah. There's no way to get it shot, to have it go up.
what are Mondays like? Is that a crazy?
Mondays and Tuesdays they're just blocked out.
Mondays, always impossible.
Yeah.
Always. Tuesday we can do stuff during the day.
Yeah.
Knowing that we have the show in the evening, but we try not to. Because usually when I'm like writing something for the show, or it's evening.
That's more than I want to see my family.
How many days?
6
6 days.
Well, I was just going to my car. Great job. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm sick of my family after 48 hours. An extra 4 days? No thanks. But they do this every year. But I don't know. Yeah. I don't know what it entails or anything.
Wait, they do it every year?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like a special anniversary or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't get it, it's a Russian thing. Wait, does he also have a family reunion next month, or is that erroneously placed in the calendar?
For July?
That has to be.
Yeah. Let's do another
Yeah,
6-day
because that's like
reunion in
10
July.
days. No, that's. It's got And if we wanted to cut it close, we could do it on the 3rd.
It's like a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Is that a Wednesday? But that's Brian and Bonnie time. So we would need night.
I mean, there are only so many days.
I know.
And Brian, this second family reunion on the calendar is probably wrong, right?
Yeah, that the one that's in like August or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that one's fake. That was the previously spoken about one.
I would delete it.
Oh, did you just delete it?
Yes.
Okay. What's funny is I heard I would delete it, and I was like, oh yeah, no, I'll do that right now. And I opened it, and then it just vanished. I was like, where did it go?
So what family members are coming?
Everyone on my dad's side, all of my cousins and their kids. I mean, it's a big like.
Are they all coming to your place? Or?
No, we're renting a big place out near Wimberley. It's like 20 minutes southwest of where we are. And I think we're going to do, everyone gets in on Wednesday. Thursday, I think we're going to do Barton Springs and then go watch the bats. And then Friday, I think we're going to do a tour here and then go to the Wizard Academy and just hang out there that evening. And I think there are there's like, I think Saturday is a planned like zip lining activity day or swimming or something. And then I forget what's on Sunday, but then everyone heads home on Monday. So yeah.
Me and Emily watched the bats last time she was in town.
Oh yeah,
That was
it was a good enough show. It's hit and miss. You never know what kind of conditions
Yeah,
you're gonna get.
All the locals were downplaying it. They're like, oh, it's not what it used to be, man.
Oh,
Wouldn't bother. Like,
it's still pretty impressive, man.
yeah, like,
Especially, I mean, the right way to do it is to get a paddle boat or kayak, and you get right under the bridge. You just watch it go, just flying out.
Apparently, the colony in Round Rock, underneath one of the interstate overpasses, is actually bigger than the one over the lake.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's the most
An
not
overpass.
scenic place.
Yeah, dude, just traffic.
Yeah, crazy traffic. It used to be a problem because it's I-35.
Yeah.
You know, and there's like an auto parts store there and like an extended stay hotel or something.
Wow.
But there's nowhere to stop and see it, you know, but people started to figure it out. And so you would see people, you know, rush hour just stopping in the middle of the interstate.
Wow.
And there were wrecks and everything because they would see the bats coming out like right there, and they would cause huge problems in an already, you know, problematic time of day.
Yeah. There's a new one. Somebody who thinks that the whole ER thing was a skit.
What was the skit?
The
Was it a
whole
false
ER
flag?
trip.
The what? The ER? Really?
Yeah, they're like, I really hope you guys are just joking around doing a skit because I don't know. I hope your wives have power of attorney because you guys clearly can't. Blah 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 blah.
There's a false flag, right?
It's a false flag operation. Let me tell you, it's all spelled out in my book. 27 Reasons the Model Rogue is the most nefarious competition in the city of Austin. I know what you're saying. Yeah, they still have a platform. Yeah, they're still allowed on YouTube. But to what purpose? I think it's awfully suspicious that I live just down the road from them. And yet here I am, talking to this tree. Tree, do you need more wood? I have the right pills for you.
Well, now we have another problem.
What's that?
The battery power on the radio has died.
Oh shit, son. Okay, so what's best ideas here? You want charge at the very least. Let's
Yeah.
start charging this battery. If I'm understanding the stuff you told us so far, as we get later, the odds get better of us reaching someone.
Yes,
Okay.
but I don't know what your upper limit is here.
Yeah, sure.
I don't think we need it by now.
So I was telling Bryce earlier that I rewatched the TNG episode Darmok last night.
Oh, so good, right? It's so good that at the time it came out, a bunch of Star Trek nerds insisted that that be the episode that they show their friends who had never watched The Next Generation, and it's a fairly impenetrable episode if you've never seen any Next
It's
Generation.
funny, a couple of my high school teachers showed us that.
And same thing. I remember I was in, we were studying for academic decathlon, and our teacher was like, all right, I need you to watch this. And he just showed just that 10-minute clip. And it's like, and I was just like, man, if you haven't seen Next Generation, just this 10-minute clip is, whoo boy, that's rough.
I feel like if that were my first episode, it would have hooked me, but that's because I have like such a soft spot for language as a device for storytelling.
Well, and I think we had talked about this, but I mean, it predicted meme culture. I mean, I'm sure there have been all various versions of it for eons, but like our current meme culture of just like expressing a gestalt with just a flash from a movie or whatever, and everyone's like, yeah, no, that is how I feel. That is our problem. That is where we're at. I thought that was pretty cool. And that sentiment of where Data distills it down to, it's akin to understanding the syntax but having no vocabulary. Did you give Discovery a try? And is it good?
I enjoyed it. It's you know, like it's a different thing.
Mhm.
In the same way that
The J.J. Abrams.
films were a different thing. I think Discovery gets better as you go along through it. I just really miss the anthology nature of Star Trek.
What did you think of the remix nature of how Abrams did Khan?
That's a weird one because I definitely saw that in theaters before I saw any of it.
Ah, got it.
I thought it was okay. I didn't love it. I appreciated that they tried to like give it a canonical context of this is an alternate reality.
Right.
Which is just like imbued in Star Trek lore anyway. So I thought it was fine, just not great.
Yeah, I felt at arm's length to it. Like a lot of times, a good movie just swoops me in. Certainly, like in Infinity War and Endgame, like I was just there and in it and feeling it 100%. Whereas that one, like there was always this detached, like, oh, I like what they're trying to do with this right now. Like I liked everything about it, but I never got swept into it at all.
Yeah, and I feel like
You're talking about the second J.J.
Yeah,
Abrams
yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
My friend John Champion, he interviewed the screenplay writer. They had him on the show Mission Log, and he asked him the most brilliant question. He said, you know, you guys were doing con, and you're having these characters say those lines, but within the context of them saying the lines as, you know, reaching out to people who have heard those lines by osmosis, does it not then become just parody or satire as opposed to a genuine callback to somebody who's familiar with the story? And that's to me what it was. It was like George Costanza, like, con, you know, it's like, wait a minute, you're referencing things in order to make your thing feel familiar, but you're doing it in a way that for people who are completely outside would actually recognize.
Oh, that's interesting because they do more than that. They replicate entire scenes that I don't think are in the public gestalt via osmosis, but instead, but anybody who loved the original film really enjoyed. Like I thought that was a fun twist of. You know, having the Spock and Kirk switcheroo,
Right.
which I'm guessing most people wouldn't have recognized if they'd never seen the first.
I think a
one.
big part of the problem with it, and I haven't watched the movie in a long time, but it feels to me like the impact of the death, right? In this case, it was Kirk, right? It was. I feel that was kind of lost because it suffered from the same thing that Batman versus Superman did. Because in the
Nobody
comics,
believes it. Yeah.
Well, in the comics, when Batman and Superman fight, and they're drawing on Dark Knight Returns, these guys were friends forever, and then they fought. You know, in the original Star Trek, we had Spock and Kirk friends for not just 2 movies, but for an entire series
Decades.
before that, and it was Leonard Nimoy and William Shatner. Now we're seeing 2 variants.
2 guys
and we get-
on their second movie,
Right.
Who were like
Right.
who clearly like only barely became friends by the end of the first movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the second movie was the exact same plot. It's like, oh, he's got to become captain again.
Yeah.
Spock needs to get in touch with his emotions again.
Yeah.
Do you
Like,
follow Red Letter Media?
Oh sure.
Did you see their?
Well, I mean,
Complaints on the
like
video?
Mike's obsession with precision in the Star Wars or Star Trek universe is like next level.
Yeah, and that was the comment is when Khan says his name, it's like they could have just went like, okay.
Yeah.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
And it was this big, long, pregnant. Everybody looks at each other moment. It's like,
Like, oh, his name is a
Okay.
different name than Michael or whatever.
yeah. And wasn't Superman, Batman? Didn't Batman like drop a nuke on Superman before they actually fought?
Oh, in the comic,
In
yeah.
the comic, because
yeah.
that was the only way to actually like
And shot him
bring
with
his power down.
a kryptonite arrow.
Right,
and-
right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I think the first time I saw the movie, I didn't have the very specific love for Star Trek yet. And I think the second time I watched it, I was a little disappointed that there was like, I mean, obviously I knew what was going to happen, but I understood with context that, oh, this isn't a movie about diplomacy. This isn't a movie about, you know.
Getting old. Like that was all the stuff I loved about like that whole opening scene of Star Trek II, when you know
Maybe a bit.
he's having to
Test this out.
start wearing
May not
glasses and they're talking about like, Jesus, what am I doing? I'm an admiral and I'm out of all this. Like I loved all of that.
I don't believe we're genuinely supposed to daisy chain the power charging the battery and also depleting it at the same time, but I
But
want
at
to
least
see if
there's
it really
not
even works.
also a thunderstorm happening.
I want to see if it'll actually. Ooh.
just people always forget J.J. Abrams is not a storyteller. He's a marketer. It's the
It's
secret
like,
box.
it's like Elon Musk.
He's like, no, you don't know it's Khan. It's like, no, we know it's the Wrath of Khan. Like, you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That was like Lost. It's not about time travel, or they're not dead. And actually, if you make the box complex enough, that's the only thing that it could eventually become.
It's like 8mm was just, you know, Goonies BTT. It's like, we don't know that's what it is. Like,
What? Did you finish this? No.
you never finish it.
Probably not. Not that you just put it on.
Yeah, because
Game of Thrones distracted me, and then a few weeks since Game of Thrones.
Oh, wait, this looks like a connection.
I've been kind of used to that.
Hold on. Looks like we've got one. Kill that fan.
Okay, so we're on 30 meters right now. Transmitting back to that station we had before. We're receiving. That's the incoming.
Hey, that's a conversation, right?
That's to us. That's something.
There's no way for us to know for sure that it's them talking to us.
Well, when we start getting the printout,
Yeah, I guess we have
but
to wait for the
it's
program.
going a
to
little
recognize.
long. This is not like punchy enough, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
We got the heading, but no, see it. Kick this right back on. Okay, so if 30 worked, then 20 should also work.
Kick on the fan.
We can get back to welcome to the adult whatever thing. That usually tells us the handshaking was successful.
Is that a response?
Yeah.
Looks like.
So it's like fading. No, okay, so that. This is as far as we got the last time. Okay, so somebody's whistling.
Is somebody trying to mess it up?
It disconnected again. Did it disconnect because the guy was whistling?
Soon to.
Is this a different server?
No.
No.
But it sounds louder.
Yeah, it sounds much clearer. Is that because of just the atmospheric conditions, you think? All right, there we go. We're connected again. I don't know. This seems super clear. Dude, this looks like it's working.
I'll believe it when I see that outbox go to 0 from
I
2.
mean, this is the clearest back and forth that we've seen.
and
yet.
we are transmitting.
Oh, there's that whistling dude.
I know.
That whistling troll. That's definitely a dude
Yeah,
trying to
that's
fuck with us,
definitely
right?
Dude whistling, yeah.
It's sending. It's sending,
we
though.
did this before, though.
Eat shit, you whistling motherfucker. We're gonna send this missive. I'm sorry we're using your data waves to transmit data instead of your whistling. What, do you think you're helping? Why don't you post comments on YouTube where you can truly be useless?
That's gonna make it to the episode.
Makes it in my heart.
That's gonna be the first thing I put on this.
Come on. I want to see that outbox empty. It's trying to
It's so
send.
close.
Yeah, I don't hear that whistling dude though. Come on, baby. Still sending. I believe in technology.
No!
What was that?
That's the
No,
battery.
it's
That's
the
the battery
battery!
running out.
It's the transmit. It's drawing too much power.
Ah!
Wait!
I just got an email. These are the missile codes.
Yes!
Holy shit! Holy shit! These are the missile codes. Hyacinth, Boxcar, Homecoming, Contra 2, Dragon. The chair is against the wall.
is
Janneman.
dying.
Oh my god! As the transmitter died.
Riveting.
That was amazing.
We're all sitting here sweating. Photo finish.
Oh my god, that was incredible.
Wow.
All right.
So we had power running out. We had thunderstorms making it difficult.
Yes.
We had an active troll trying to
Whistle.
shut down.
Yeah, the Captain Crunch whistle trying to kill the output.
That was amazing.
It's normally much easier than
Like,
that.
oh, I believe you. Sure.
That was hard.
But,
That was
well,
the hardest
I mean,
time.
today is International Troll Day
I guess.
of
Yeah,
shortwave.
yeah.
Everyone is out trying to use the waves.
But that server you said was 369
Oh,
kilometers
the
away.
station. Yeah, it was 300. Where is it in there? 369 kilometers. And actually, I use this guy when I'm at home in Southern California.
Dude, that is awesome.
Outstanding.
All right, where can everybody learn all of your knowledge about this?
Okay, so the Ham Radio Crash Course, I've done multiple videos on using WinLink before. And I do a live stream where we do live question and answers and stuff like that on all this stuff. But yeah,
Josh,
sometimes
thank
it's rough.
No, that was an adventure. That was
Thanks for having
amazing.
me
Are you kidding me?
Tell me,
Yeah, yes.
where can we find the Whistler?
Yeah.
Let's track him down.
Well, that's a separate video. We would need an antenna. So right now we're using like an omnidirectional antenna. We would need something that we can focus.
Oh, dude, you
and then we
want to
pan
find
around.
ass, and then you
Right.
triangulate with somebody in Georgia, and then
Right.
we find out and we just nuke Kentucky.
Well, he's got to be somewhere between here and 360. Well, somewhere relative because he sounded
He was
okay.
overpowering it. Yeah.
It wasn't too loud though, right? So he was somewhere between us, maybe had a big station.
Yeah.
But you can track people down. You just have to pinpoint that RF.
Oh man, I'm gonna go get another soda. You work on that.
Yeah.
Brian, grab that hammer.
It's gonna be an all-nighter. Yeah.
Oof.
Woo.
Did we get what we needed?
That was wow. And see, it didn't update. It didn't. It still says out. Oh, maybe because it shut down.
Yeah, we never got the completed handshake.
Wow.
So it was just a hair's breadth.
Wow. That went down the wire.
That was like when this Friday's episode had everybody really tense about when somebody was gonna get injured.
Yeah.
And then once it happened, it's like, oh man, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah. Okay.
Tagline discount.
15% off your purchase. Buyraycon.com/rogue.
Got it.
Do you guys mind just sift it in just a little bit? Yeah, perfect.
This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Raycon.
Go to buyraycon.com/rogue and get 15% off your first purchase.
Yeah, be classy about it. Don't like be gross, being like, "I'm from Modern Rogue."
Who do you think's watching this?
Me, it's Globber the Glue Blanks. That's my real name. I can't help it.
If you're a super mutant named Globby Glue Blanks, Raycon might not be for you.
Also,
Everybody
I
else.
love podcasts. Do you have any podcasts?
Globbly Gluke is a problem sometimes around here.
Globbity Glue Blanks. Just that good with names.
It's better than Jeep Job.
Jeep Job. It's my favorite all-purpose term that I stole from Justin Robert Young. All right, here we go.
The safety?
This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Raycon.
Go to raycon.com. Nope. One more time.
This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by... This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Raycon.
Go to buyraycon.com/rogue and get 15% off your first purchase.
They are the best headsets, phones, buds, headbuds.
Yeah.
Bud sets.
What? Yep.
Really good bud sets.
They're paying us to say. Nope. I was gonna say they're paying us for this awesome performance, but it came out. They're paying us to say this. Like that sounds
All right, here we go,
terrible.
here we go.
One more time.
This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Raycon.
Go to buyraycon.com/rogue and get 15% off your first purchase.
They're awesome.
Hey, we did it.
Globbity Glue Bang.
I just immediately pictured a Fallout super mutant trying to put earbuds in.
like, do these have Radio Lab?
Radio lab.
I like it better when Jad is on there, Robert.
Jed is smug. How you liking them?
Dude, they just get better and better the more I use them. Can I tell you a secret?
I want to hear it.
I've never had the battery run out on them. Because you listen in bursts of an appropriate length, and there's always somebody's grabbing your attention, or you got to place an order at Wendy's or whatever. They go in the pocket. Next thing you know, they're charged again. And by the way, I know we can't legally claim this. They say that they recharge 5 times per day. They recharge like 7 or 8 times for me. I've never had them run out of battery.
Not once.
Not
one
we should
time.
probably mention what we're talking about.
Yes, Raycon earbuds are new earbuds on the market, and they are at least half the price of other premium earbuds.
And they are good, man. And they've got those customizable little the rubbery
Oh,
parts,
yeah.
so they fit your ears, so you're not having a splitting headache while you're listening to stuff.
Yeah, apparently I have gigantic, strange inner ear, so I had to get the special weird ones so they wouldn't keep falling out. But Raycon was there for me.
One of the surprising things, I was surprised to realize I needed to train up for there's so many options on controls for stuff. Yeah, you hit it once to pause it, and of course play pause and all that stuff. You double tap on podcast, it'll jump it forward 30 seconds, which is primo for ads. Also never spick. What?
Yep. Whoa!
Which is primo for ads. Also never skip the ads.
Don't do that. Don't you ever.
But you dabble tap. God do it. Also, never skip the ads.
Never.
But you double tap and it just jumps it forward.
Yeah.
The hard one for me is 3 in a row. Boop, boop, boop. Like, it turns out this is how not musical I am. I had to practice a bit to get that down, like volume up, volume down. I actually say it in my mind.
You had to play a
But it
rhythm
works,
game.
it works, it works, it works.
It's all of the controls are really easy to use. That was something I was intimidated by, having not had Bluetooth earbuds. I thought I'm gonna have to do regular firmware upgrades, and there's all sorts of. I'm gonna have to plug it in with a USB. No, it's put it in, tap, go. It syncs so easy, and they're easy to use, and they're stylish.
They are so comfortable, I'm able to sleep in them. I cannot sleep in any other in-ear earbuds but the Raycons.
Yeah, and they lull all the super mutants into a nice docile state.
Talking about like globally bleep. I should really figure out his name.
It's hard to pronounce, but don't be racist and weird about it. Come on.
doing Sam Harris's meditation app. It's me, global bleep bloop. I love my Raycons. I got them at buyraycon.com/rogue, and I spelled it right.
15% off. Be cool. Be like a super mutant. Go to buyraycon.com/rogue. Get 15% off your first purchase.
Do these have Harmontown in them?
He's really into podcasts.
Do we think we got everything? Or?
I think so. We had.
That's how I imagine Sam Harris's listeners as well.
Okay, mandatories. Half the price. We got that. They look stylish. 15% off. Got it.
Yeah.
We're good.
Awesome. You want to take a look, Roman?
Oh, yeah.
That one's going to be a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna cut.
A little bit more complicated. I think this is the first time we've received the copy for Roman, right?
Yeah.
Let me get. Okay.